Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Only Friends episode 3. It's finally Saturday and I can finally continue to watch this telenovela. Like, let's be real, it's a telenovela. You never know what kind of drama they're gonna put between all of these relationships. I'm not even gonna talk because I'm so excited for this. I have been waiting a week for this. So let's just see. Honestly, I feel so bad for him. I forgot his name, I'm so sorry. But the fact is, he literally is getting too attached to Tan. He's getting too attached to Tan. And he can't separate the fact that these two are friends with benefits. He is starting to get real feelings for him, while Tan is only seeing this as a pastime, as fun, just as sex, like to get his frustrations out because Top does not like him. He's going after Mew. And since he's so sexually frustrated that he can't get the one he actually wants to have sex with, he's going to Mark and is trying to get his frustrations out by using something he's familiar with, sex. But he's doing it with no strings attached, while Mark's gaining feelings for Tan, and he's literally trying to find ways not to get attached. But you can see that he is attached because he started to look online for some answers, like for someone to help him out. I think that Mark doesn't really have such a trusted ally to whom he can confide in. So he had to ask on the internet what they believe. And they all said the same thing. I don't think it's a good idea because it's gonna end the way you started it. What does that mean? It's gonna end up being nothing and everything at the same time. You get all the benefit of being in a relationship in a certain sense, but you don't have the label of a relationship. That's technically what friends with benefits is. You do stuff together, you laugh together, you eat together, and you have sex. But the fact is and remains on the point that you two are just friends. And he does not want to be friends. He wants to be more than just a friend to him. And Tan does not see him as more, but Mark is getting deeper and deeper into it. And he's gonna be the one that gets hurt. I think he's gonna be the one to get hurt first, and Tan is gonna be the one that is gonna be hurting the most, because right now he's trying to distract himself with Mark, but as soon as Mark is stitching his ass as well, he's gonna figure out how lonely he is and that nobody actually will develop that kind of intimacy with him, because they know that he only wants sex and nobody wants to just have sex forever. So as soon as Tan gets interested in someone, he's gonna be completely shattered as soon as they pull the same stunt on him as he has been pulling stunts on everyone that has developed feelings on him in the past. Just saying.
ตอนนี้ก็ขยับสถานะขึ้นมาแล้วนิดนึงไงจากฟักวัดดี้เป็นเฟรนด์
Yeah.
อาจจะขยับมากขึ้นกว่านี้ก็ได้
I don't think I like what he's doing right now because I'm pretty sure that Tan is not stupid. If he knows how to charm someone, he also is capable to dig up the smallest details in someone's change in personality. So I have the feeling that he knows that Marx likes him more, and since he doesn't want to push further in a relationship, he just wants to have someone to have sex with. He doesn't want him to leave because he needs him as a distraction from Top, but he's leading him on because he literally said, you got promoted from F-buddies to friends with benefits, and who knows what we're gonna be pushing in the future. You know what I think about this? Him saying I'm gonna push in the future, it's not gonna be friends with benefits anymore. It's gonna be friends. As in, after you had sex with me billions and billions of times, you finally gained some respect for me and decided, no, sleeping around is not a healthy relationship. That's what I see here. He, on the other hand, I don't think he has that mentality, considering the way he's playing knowingly with Mew's feelings by trying to get something with Top. He's holding Mark on a leash because he's like, I need him to distract myself from the fact that I want Top. And that's why he's trying to hold him on a leash, trying to promise him, yeah, maybe in the future we will be more, so that hope grows inside of Mark that maybe in the future they're gonna be boyfriends and not just friends with benefits.
ต้องรอดูอ่ะ
See? He's holding him on a leash, literally. Maybe he isn't serious with you because he's got feelings for someone else. He's using Mark as a distraction. they be giving me my ship. Oh, how cute! He wants to let him sleep. He's like, where do you think you're going? I cannot. It's the way he literally slowly moved forward and hugged his waist. I cannot. That was so cute. Not nail and bail. I mean, you did say friendships start with sex. You had sex and now he's leaving.
เราทิ้งเหรอให้กูไปส่งไหม
No.
ไม่ต้องกูไปเอง
I'm sorry. Stop looking at him like this, please. I'm feeling shy. I'm feeling shy. Can I leave, please? Can I leave? Is that an option? Are you going to charge me?
ตัง
100%.
ค์ปะมึงจ่ายไม่ไหวหรอกไม่คืนมึงเนี่ยโคตรดีเลย
I mean, if we remember last episode, if I remember correctly, San said that if he's interested, then he's gonna do it for free. No money needed. So technically he's not lying. It's priceless. Ooh! Get them away from my screen. You good over there? Yes, he's fine. He actually took a picture of it. You are obsessed.
ไม่คิดว่าเจอมึงที่นี่
Someone he used to hook up
อ๋อ
with.
สวัสดีครับ
It's the awkward
ช่วงเนี้ย
silence.
กูไม่เสร็จไปก็ไม่ตอบ
Honestly, I kind of feel bad for him. But Top, you dug your own grave. Now you fell in. If you hadn't acted like, I don't want to use those horrible words, but I have to. If you hadn't acted like a whore or a slut, trying to pick up every single guy he can, he wouldn't be in this situation. Like, this is awkward for him now because Mew already knows that he only looked for sex in his partner. Mew is not the person, and Top realized that. And since his interest for Mew is growing more and more, his desire of just wanting sex diminishes every single second that he spends with Mew. So he's trying to change his tune, trying to show that he isn't just after sex anymore, that he actually is looking for a relationship, but that doesn't cancel out his past. In the past, he was still a man whore. He has been just looking for hookups, and his past is still there. The people that he slept with, the people that he hooked up with, they're not just gonna disappear. Like, they're still there. And if their attitude hasn't changed and they confront him about the past, about the fact that he kept on hooking up with multiple people, maybe even more than once, it's gonna make him feel insecure and embarrassed now because he's trying to show Mew that he can be different. And it's very difficult to show that you're trying to change, that you're trying to become a better person, or just change your attitude towards a certain matter if people around you keep on reminding you of who you used to be. It's difficult for Mew to see the change if he keeps on being reminded of who he was just a month ago, for example. Like, you get what I mean. I kind of feel bad for Top, but it's karma.
กูจัดให้ถึงเตียงมาแล้ว
Oh, God.
ไม่มีใครรู้ใจกูดีเท่ามึงหรอก
This is actually showing what I am saying the entire time. Mew keeps on being reminded of the person that he used to be not so long ago. And depending on the attitude or the lifestyle that that person used to have, it's very difficult, or it just takes a lot of time to get away from that habit. So the fact that he's saying, yeah, I'll call you, I know you very well to be capable to take care of you inside of bed and outside of bed, as in he knows him very well. It reminds Mew of the person that Top used to be. Even though Top is trying to change, and you can clearly see that Top is embarrassed because he's actually trying to show Mew that he's better, or that he's trying to become better and change that habit of his. But he keeps on being reminded, and he can't say, yeah, that's my boyfriend, because they are not official. So technically he can't do anything but to stay there in embarrassment because of his past behavior.
ไอ้แซนไอ้บักบ้า
They know each other too.
เอ้านี่มึงสองคนรู้จักกันเหรอ
Ooh.
ใครจะไม่รู้จักมันวะ นี่มึงสอง
I love Sand. Sand is literally one of my favorite characters at all time. He knows Bustin. Bustin is known at the YOLO bar because every single customer, at least every single table, had intercourse with him at least once. They all know him, and they also know his reputation because he literally is hitting on at least 1, 2, or 3 people when he's there every night. So they all know him. But the fact that Sand literally looked from Mark to Bustin and is like, how do you two know each other? Because he knows.
กลัวพี่จะเอาผมแย่งนักร้องร้านพี่ไปอะ
มึงก็แย่งไปแล้วไม่ใช่หรือไงครับ
That you had him at night.
ไม่ใช่ว่าจะสอยนักร้องร้านกูนะเว้ย
Yes.
ไม่มี
Lies. Lies and lies. I do believe that he's not over Mew yet. But I do believe that Sand's attitude is getting Ray so intrigued, so interested that when Sand is around, Mew is becoming transparent. Like he's not seeing Mew that heavily anymore. Like his feelings for him become numb towards Mew as soon as Sand is around. That's why he wants to have him around. Because Sand intrigues him that much that he's capable to make him blend out his feelings for Mew. That's why he likes him. So the fact that he's saying, no, nothing, everything is going on, sir. Everything is going
อะไร
on.
ทั้งนั้น
ของมึงเนี่ย กูโอเคแล้วไง
He wants to hang out with you.
กินด้วยดิ
นี่ยังมีหน้าที่ไหนที่กูไม่ได้ทำให้มึงอีกปะ
That depends. Have you given him a blowjob or not? That's the question here. With Ray over here, always with... It's the fact here that I can never separate Ray's intentions. When he says he's hungry, when he's around Sand, I never believe that he's talking about food. That's the problem I have with Ray. But the fact that he's like, is there anything I haven't done for you? That depends. That depends. Cook for him. Let's see how it tastes. I'm pretty sure nothing tastes better than you, but hey, you can always surprise him. Leave?
ครั้งเดียวก็ได้นี่ กูกินได้อีกนะน่ารัก
So I was right. I was right. It's actually what I said. When he's with him, he always is talking about sex. I love it. He actually meant what I thought. Ray, don't do this to me. I know I'm dirty-minded, but you don't have to encourage my thoughts. You are very delicious. Ooh. Ooh. Get them away from my screen.
โคตรนัวเลย
I love it. People, they have to stop playing with my heartstrings. They have to stop playing with my heartstrings. I am squeaking way too much for these two. My gaze, though, like first gaze is mine. Tag yourself on this gaze like it's mine, actually. He is never talking about actual food, sir, when he's looking at you like this. He is never talking about food when he's teasing you like this. Never. He's talking about you. You were delicious, and that's why he wants to have you around.
ไอ้มิวเนี่ยมันก็ปฏิเสธอยู่นั่นแหละว่าไอ้ท็อปไม่ใช่แฟนที่ใจจริงๆมันนะได้ท็อปชิบหาย
Are you talking about yourself? He wants confirmation so badly that they are together. That he's literally repeating that question every single time they are together. Every single time. He's like, what are we to each other? If someone asks what I am to you, what should I answer? He literally wants the boyfriend status so damn much. And he's going below to surface to find out everything there is to know so that he's capable to win him for himself in a certain sense. That's why he's like trying to ask about Pop and what his relationship is with someone else and about his feelings so that he knows if he's gonna be a bigger competition or not. And I feel so bad because of the fact that he likes Tan that much. He is folding like a paper every single time he's being affectionate toward him. For Bustin, it's completely normal to act like this because he has been romantically involved with so many people. It's normal for him. That's how he gets those one-night stands in the first place. But since Nick has deeper feelings for Bustin, those small affections are giving him hope. And he's too deep into it to remove himself from the situation. That's the most horrible situation to be in. When you are too invested and you can't remove yourself from the situation anymore because you are too into him. Hello. Wink, wink.
มึงจะให้กูใส่สีดำมาไว้อะไรใครอ่ะ มึงเหรอ
ไอ้สัตว์
Technically, I love the way that he said your funeral because, let's be honest, there's gonna be his funeral. Because as soon as he sees his hotness on stage, he's gonna fold. He's gonna fold like a piece of paper. He's gonna be completely taken away by his hotness that he's gonna be forgetting about Mew even more. The feelings that he'll be developing for San are gonna be that explosive that they're gonna turn him on that badly that he will want to have him then and there.
ก็มึงมันน่ากวนตีนนี่หว่า
It's the fact that I always have to pause because I can't. I really can't. He said your face is asking for trouble. People, everything they say. It's always sexual innuendos. He's like, your face is asking for trouble. As in, you are putting your handsome face all up close into mine. And you don't expect me to want to kiss you. You are asking for trouble. Stop looking so fine and get out of my face. Like, I have to concentrate. You being this close to me is not helping.
มึงกับแซนนักร้องร้านพี่โยเนี่ย
Yes.
แปลกนะ
Me too.
กูเป็นเพื่อนมึงทำไมกูจะดูไม่ออกวะเลย
Honestly, this is a very difficult situation. It must hurt Ray a lot that Mew is like, I'm your friend, you think I can't see it? That must hurt him the most because he's like, I have been crushing on you for like forever, but you didn't see it. But as soon as there's a feeling between me and someone else, you notice it. Are you that blind? No, you just ignored my feelings. Like, if you are capable to sense tension I have with someone else, you must be capable to sense the desire I have for you. Like, when I look at you, you must also be capable to feel that there are hidden feelings involved. But since Ray isn't over Mew, as soon as pain becomes too much, if you're too strong and you don't resolve to suicide, you turn off your emotions when it comes to that specific topic. You become numb. This is not the Vampire Diaries. We can't shut off our emotions, but we become numb when it comes to that point where the pain is too much for us to bear. And then it's like we don't even feel the pain or the impact of the pain. Ray still has feelings for Mew, and him saying, I can see that you have something going on with the singer. Ray is trying to justify himself by saying, no, it's nothing, because he still has feelings for Mew. And the fact that San said we're just friends and nothing else, find yourself a boyfriend, he's like, Mew didn't want me, San doesn't want me either, even though he like asked for that situation himself by saying even friends can have sex, but we're gonna ignore that. Fact is, he's like, Mew didn't want me, now I have a specific feeling for San. He doesn't want me either, so I will have to stick to my original crush, which is Mew. Oh my god! San said fuck you. He actually said F you, sir. That's literally what I did once. I'm sorry, not sorry. But that girl actually pissed me off. Like, she was throwing insults at me, trying to take me down a peg. Even though I did nothing, she was acting like a Karen. And then she continued on insulting me, and I had it with her bullshit, so I literally took the middle finger, put it on my forehead, and was like moving my middle finger up and down. Like, you could see that I was showing her the middle finger. That was hilarious.
ใครเป็นคนเอาวงนี้มา
กูเองอะ
You got some problem with that? Ooh, he's that offensive when it comes to Sam because he has that interest in him. It's very difficult for me to understand right now in this specific moment what he's going through emotionally because Ray knows at this point that Mew does not reciprocate his feelings. So he tried to launch himself onto the first person that makes him feel something, okay? That makes him feel good. And that was Sand in that moment. But seeing that he started something he can't finish and said, yeah, friends can have sex too. And he started to be friends with benefits with Sand. Sand is like, that's as far as things go. We had sex once, but we're friends. And that's all it's gonna be. So he's alone again. He wanted Mew, he didn't get him. So he tried to forget Mew. And the person that made him feel good literally set the line and said, we're this and nothing else. No matter what you say, we're gonna be friends. So since he didn't know where to go, he went back to Mew. But since he already fell into the trap, he started having feelings for Sand. He doesn't want to admit that he does because he's still holding on to Mew, because he's like, I don't want to have a broken heart because of two guys. I already had a broken heart because of my friend Mew. I don't want to have another bigger disappointment with Sand. He fell for someone that didn't like him, so he started to follow someone that seemed to be interested in him. That's why he asked him in the last episode 2 times, am I interested enough for you? Am I interesting enough to pique your interest? And that's what made him like him more and more, as in really like him. And since he doesn't get that boyfriend attitude, let's just say it like this, because of the stunt he pulled last night, so no shade to Sand, but to Ray, because he literally said friends is fine, even though he knew he liked him. Like, he's starting to like him, and he doesn't accept slander toward Sand because he started liking him. He's giving Top the bad eyes when it comes to Mew, but it's just annoyance. He's feeling the need to stand up for Sand. That's nothing that he did with Mew. I'm just pointing it out as it is. He felt bad, he had the heartbreaks, etc. We saw it. He felt miserable. But as soon as Top went to shit on Sand, Ray felt the need to stand up for Sand. Why? Because he likes him. What do you want from him?
เห็นชัดๆว่ามึงยังชอบไอ้มิวอยู่
Still, I cannot with him. I think Boston is the worst out of all of these friends. He's the worst because he's actually trying to pull strings here. He wants him to get Mew because he wants Pop so bad. If Mew is away from Top, Boston can use this opportunity to like get him back to his bad habits. This is literally like a drug dealer running after a drug addict. As soon as he's putting drugs under a person that is trying to move away from drugs, they're gonna fall back into their drug using habits. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. If Mew is away from Top, Boston can use this opportunity to go to Top and get him into his 4 ways again. He's like trying to smooth him into it. And he's actually using his feelings for that. I do not like it one bit.
ท็อปมันได้มิวเมื่อไหร่อะนะทิ้งแน่ถ้าสุดท้ายมันก็ต้องกลายเป็นพระรองที่แสนดีมาคอยปลอบใจมันอีกอะ
I feel so bad and I could spit on Boston actually. I really could, because Ray's actually trying to move on. He is trying to ignore the feelings that he has, and he is trying to move on, even if he is still holding on to Mew. But falling out of love is difficult, at least for him. For me, it's not difficult to fall out of love because of all the shit I've been through. I'm not gonna dig that deep into it, but it's difficult for me to fall in love. Not out of love. It takes literally, I don't know, 10 minutes for me to fall out of love. Literally. Or I don't fall in love at all. It's very difficult for me to fall in love. As soon as I arrive at the brink where the next step would be falling in love, I immediately lose all the feelings. That's like some sort of defense mechanism for me. He is trying to let Mew go slowly for himself. He's trying to move on, and he's still holding on to Mew, and he's slowly trying to let him go. And I'm so proud of him for doing that, because this is just hurting him, because he knows that Mew does not like him back, so he's slowly trying to let him go. And that's why he went to Sand in the first place. And the fact that he's still attached to Mew because he's still in the moment where he has to let him go. He still hasn't let him go completely. He has let him go a bit, where he's capable to stand next to him and his boyfriend without immediately getting up like we saw in the first episode. Boston comes in the picture and says, yeah, come on, do something about that. He's literally playing with his feelings. He is such a shitty friend.
เป็นสิ่งที่มึงควร
The
รู้
fact he is pulling all these strings just to get him. He's such a manipulative little... Ray, do you like it? Ooh.
ก็กูเห็นมึงมองเขาทั้งคืน กูว่าเขาก็ดูมีใจให้มึงเหมือนกันนะเว้ย เชียร์เต็มที่เลยนะเว้ย
Me too.
จีบให้ติดนะ
เดี๋ยวกูเรียกแล้วรอก็ได้
No, you're coming with me. Come with me. Oh, stop looking at him like this. For me.
พอแล้ว กูจะขึ้นห้องแล้ว
กูก่อนดี
No.
นะ สู้นะเว้ย
I'm fighting back. What? You're biting him now?
เพื่อนไหนเขาจูบกันไม่หยุดแบบนี้วะ มึงจูบกับไอ้มิวกับไอ้บอสตันแบบที่จูบกับกูเหรอ
You said you could differentiate between love and lust. Well, yes. But what is it to you? We saw it in the first episode, and I can still see it here. We saw it in the first part of this episode. He cares. So, if Sand would do something that could harm Ray, as in giving into his desires, but they're still staying friends, then he prefers to stop himself and push Ray away.
กูไม่เคยมีอะไรเกินครั้งเดียวกับคนที่ไม่ใช่แฟนเลยวะ
ให้กูเป็นพิเศษไม่ได้หรอ
No. I mean, I would, but please, wink
แม่ง
wink.
กันจนได้นะเลย
No, he doesn't. Something that I saw. He likes the fact that he's horny for him. He likes the fact that he wants him. Every single time that Ray goes up to Sand and he flirts with him, he's smiling. He likes the attention he's getting from Ray. Sand said, I have never slept with someone more than once if they weren't my lover. And he's like, make an exception for me. The fact is he's willing to make an exception for him. He likes him. I cannot. He's not gonna answer either. He's very busy. Stop. I cannot. If he answers the phone, the fact that they moved it to there, this situation here is very essential because if Ray picks up the phone, then that means that he prefers to hear Mew's voice over sleeping with Sand. That means that Mew has a higher position in his heart than Sand does. If he picks up the phone, then that means that Mew is still holding power over him. Like he cannot ignore him to do what he wants to do now. If he picks up, I swear to God. He immediately... That's the perfect pause right here. That's the perfect pause right here. Sand is looking at him as in, are you serious? Are you for real? Like, their clothes are messy, his shirt was open, and as soon as he saw that Mew called him, he immediately started to straighten out his clothes as to act like nothing happened. Oh my god, look at his
ตอน
face.
นี้เลยเหรอวะ
เบอร์ฉุกเฉินว่ะ
It's urgent. No, it's not. It's urgent for you.
มึงอยู่ไหนอ่ะเดี๋ยวกูไปรับ
His face. Oh, honestly, please. I'm begging you, San. Give him shit the next episode. Give him shit the next episode. He cannot be using his puppy eyes to get you in the mood. Then he's making out with you and then he's like, okay, I'm coming over. Bitch. What did you expect if he's like, okay, let's have sex? He was expecting you to sleep over at his. The fact that you're like, yeah, sure, you can. Tell me where you are, I'm coming. Give him shit the next episode.
และอีกอย่างนะ กูว่าเรากลับไปเป็นแค่วันไนท์สแตนอะมันก็ดีอยู่แล้วแหละ
You've ruined your chances with him because you couldn't let go of Mew. That's all I'm gonna say here.
บอกมึงแล้วพวกมิวมันไม่ได้ใส่ที่มึงคิด
We know that Ray and Mew have been friends for a very long time, so I'm pretty sure that this was a time where both of them were drunk and then they made out. Mew did remember, but it didn't matter to him because he's my friend, so it's okay if we made out. And Ray got attached, and he's actually using this now to win the upper hand on top. Like, to get him that angry, that frustrated, that he's actually going to sleep with Boston just to have, like, the feeling that he was capable to get back at Mew.
ถ้ามึงจะทำอะไรกับกูอ่ะก็คงไม่ผิด
Are you gonna say no or not? Yeah, he's not. The fact that he's listening to it.
เห็นชัดเลยเนาะมึงเป็นคนดูแลของไม่ดี
Oh, I love it. I believe that Top saw in a certain way that Ray and San have something together. And the fact that Boston got into his head and they slept together is not gonna undo the feelings that he already has for Mew. So, still salty that something happened in the past between Ray and Mew. So, he's unleashing the rage, the frustration he has onto San, because he's like, you and Ray, you have something, but you can't keep him, can you? As in, why didn't you keep him for yourself? Why did you allow? Oh, we do not like this one bit, but the next episode is gonna be dramatic AF. Like, I'm not even joking. It's gonna be so dramatic. Oh my god. I'm petrified to know what next episode is gonna be like, but honestly, I love it. Both had bruises on their faces, so that means that they actually were fighting. If San actually stood up for Ray, maybe Top said something because he was upset, because he was jealous, something bad about Ray, and San hit him because of it, that's gonna be my favorite episode. I'm just saying, because that's showing he's like, I don't want to get attached, I don't get attached, but he's willing to go in. He was like, I'm not having more than a one night stand with a person that isn't my lover, but he was willing to have a second round with Ray. So that means that he is more than just a friend to him. But let's see what next episode is gonna be like. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.